Welcome back to KTV Knife Television, everybody. I am your host, Cowboy Seatbop. I'm in a little bit of a rush, so let's try to do this as quick as we can. My chair is actually sitting on like a root. Anyway, um, so I know you guys like it when I do knife reviews. I really appreciate the fact that you guys are all here watching. It's great. I love it. All right. But every time I make a non-knife related video, I'm not getting hardly any views, and I'm wondering, is that YouTube? Like, is that part of like the algorithm? Like, I'm not sure. Um, like for instance, I'm talking about my Jaws vacation, out in Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, and I posted a nice video or two, and didn't really get much. But I don't know. Is that just like YouTube not really putting it out there because it's not a knife? Or is it that people really don't give a rat's ass? I don't know. So, guys, as a reminder, check my last two videos. I love you guys, and it was pretty important for me to share this with you. You got to hear this story. So, check it out and let me know what you guys think, all right? It mean the world to me. Why are we here today? Well, once again, you have a knife sitting in your collection that you forgot all about it. I had this sitting up with a couple other knives that I thought I already reviewed. I didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Lengren, the Chief. All right, Lengren. I got this knife off of Amazon a while ago, and I have not tested it out yet. The only thing I did was I put a leather lanyard on it. That's it. Check out this beautiful, beautiful piece. And this is made of Sleipner steel, or should I say Sleipner? And there's a code on it. It says Chief 693. I don't know if that's a serial number. I don't know if that's a model number. I have no idea. If you have the Chief, does yours say on the scale, on like the spine, Chief 693? First of all, check out this Kydex sheath. This is pretty awesome. All right, and it fits in there nice. You hear it snap? Doesn't get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen. That is one sexy, sexy sheath. Check out this beauty right here. Look at it. Look at it. That is a G10 scales, full tang. You know, screws. I know there's another name for these type of screws, but we're going to just call them simply screws. You can put the lanyard anywhere. There was two holes, back here, so I just did one of these numbers. I could put it closer to make it more of like a tight-fitting guard. You got your thick jimping up here for those closer tasks. Now this spine isn't your ordinary, straight spine. Your other knives have like that kind of like a, spine, right? And it comes down to, the blade. This is like milled. It's kind of smooth. I know there's a name for that too. You got a fuller on both sides. Beautiful blade. Total length 12.6 inches. The blade length is 7.48 inches. 6 millimeter thick. It weighs 0.58 ounces. That's without the sheath. But this thing is like as light as a feather right here. Sleipner steel, G10 handle, hardness at 62 HRC. Here we go. The tool contour is processed using CNC technology. You know, if you're familiar with, say, the Pole Force MK9. You know, CNC technology providing a full and comfortable grip. And this is also available in all black, but I believe it was like a black stonewash. I'm not really a fan of, but it's still pretty awesome. All right. Let's see. It has anti-slip grooves, and the handguard has rope holes. Yes, this is your handguard right here, and you got 1, 2, 3 holes. That's neat. I do not have a knife like this. It almost looks like, you know, brass knuckles on the top of there. Pretty neat. A 2.0 millimeter tactical K-sheath decorated with carbon fiber patterns and tactical nylon. All right, a lot of work went into this, making this. I'm not sure if they're handmade. I heard they were, but I wasn't there when they made them, so I have no idea. It even has a glass breaker back here, but we like to call it skull crusher. Sharpness out of the box. That is razor sharp. I'm a little curious about like how symmetrical the grind was. It's hard to tell. It looks a little off center on the spine, but it just could just be my eyes. We'll come closer at the end, guys. We will. And see, now already off the bat, I'm not a big fan of G10 scales. I'm really not. I mean, I'm okay with it. Let's see how it feels. I would much rather, you know, like canvas my card on these. But hey, let's just see what we're working with here, okay? Let's get this out of the way. Let's do our 50 wax, and then I'll let you get on your way. All right? Make some room here. Let's do our 50 to, you know, 100 wax. All right, got things to do, people to see. Get out of my way. All right. And a nice 2x2 here. Let's cram it in. A little wedge. All right, there we go. I don't really need the lanyard right now. It's not really set up for anything. Just get it out the way. I don't want to cut it in half. All right. Here we go. And, you know, we'll check the damage. Oh, look at that already. What'd I do? 5? Turn it. Watch their hands, buddy. Not going to be able to make 50. Guys, this thing is a wicked beast. Holy crap. Sorry I didn't get to 50. This thing means business. I think one of the coolest reviews I read on this was this guy said, this is like the camp Dominator, ladies and gentlemen. The camp Dominator. And now my thumb was a little sore chopping. Right? That I can't abide by. Again, you could have scales made or tape it, all right? But I don't want to. It looks beautiful like this. I'm not going to be really out there doing that kind of work with this. I mean, it depends. You know, I have my SE, English too for those type of things. But yo, no dings, no dangs. This thing's pretty freaking awesome. Let's just check this edge again after all that. And we'll see how nice this cleans up. Yeah, this thing's beautiful, guys. This is really nice. All right, the Lengren, the Chief. All right, I do believe it's made in China. It's that steel. I mean, this is about 130 bucks, 140, something like that. I honestly got this for like 90 bucks on Amazon in the scratch and dent department. Do you guys remember when I got my Raptor like that? My MTech Raptor? Well, I got this for like 90 bucks. I didn't see anything wrong with it except maybe a little black staining on the scales here. But 90 bucks. I said, oh, that's definitely not a deal breaker. All right, here we go. Let's do our little splash. Come on, Holmes. And then our once over. Don't forget, guys, come check out my Jaws videos. I'm pouring my heart out to you guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I did the right thing. All right, here we go. Wow. Yeah, this is a beauty right here. Right, come on over. Let's come closer. Lengren, the Chief. Chief. I should call it Brody. The Chief Brody. Anyone? Anyone? All right, you see how that's like more rounded, not hard, smooth. And what else did I want to show you close up? What was it? Yeah, that little black mark right there. That was it. Guys, pay attention to those like the used sections on Amazon. You'll save yourself a lot of money. Nice finger choil. Again, this killer Kydex sheath. Yeah, this is nice. Generous belt loop. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen. It really doesn't. All right, I gotta go. I'll see you guys in the next day or so. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.